Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are unpacking the mystery behind 3I/Atlas, an object that came screaming into our solar system from deep interstellar space. The big question is, was it some kind of alien technology, or was it just a rogue comet having a very bad day?
And you know, this one visitor sparked a massive scientific debate with two fascinating and, wildly different possible explanations. So which is it? An alien probe or just a cosmic snowball?
Okay, so let's dive right into this. In early July, astronomers spotted something new and they knew right away that this was a very big deal. Why? Because this thing, it wasn't from around here.
To give you a little perspective on just how big a deal this was, this object, which they named 3I/Atlas, was only the third visitor from beyond our solar system that we have ever seen. Ever. That kind of rarity gets everyone's attention.
And that rarity, well, it immediately put two really prominent scientists on totally opposite sides, framing this whole thing as a cosmic whodunit. You got Avi Loeb from Harvard, who's suggesting something extraordinary, and then Tom Statler from NASA, arguing for a more, let's say, natural explanation.
So let's start with the theory that sounds like it's straight out of a science fiction movie. It's a provocative idea for sure, but it comes from Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb.
Loeb suggested this wasn't just some random rock tumbling through space. Nope, he raised the possibility that it was sent here on purpose. He even floated the wild idea that maybe it was some kind of mothership releasing little mini probes as it went. Now, this wasn't just some wild guess. Loeb pointed to very specific clues that he said just didn't add up to it being a simple comet. He talked about its really peculiar path, its unusual chemical makeup, and its surprisingly enormous size. To him, these were all red flags.
And you know, if you're thinking, hey, this sounds kind of familiar, you're not wrong. This isn't the first time he's made a claim like this. He famously proposed a similar alien origin for our very first interstellar visitor, Oumuamua, back in 2017.
Okay, so let's move to the other side of this debate. What's the more orthodox scientific conclusion? Well, NASA's Tom Statler had a much more down-to-earth, though still really cool answer.
Yeah, so NASA's Tom Statler basically countered with this incredibly direct and powerful assessment. It looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, you know the rest. He's saying, look, it's doing all the things a comet does, it's a comet.
But here's the crucial point. Even the conventional explanation admits this object was a bit weird. Statler himself conceded that, yeah, it had some interesting properties that were a little bit different from the comets we're used to seeing from our own solar system.
So how can a comet act so strangely? Well, Statler explained that comets are just notoriously unpredictable. As they get closer to the sun, they heat up. Pockets of ice buried deep inside can just suddenly turn into gas, and this gas violently pushes out a ton of dust. And all that dust and gas makes the comet suddenly brighten in really unpredictable ways.
So while this specific mystery seems to be solved, with most people leaning towards weird comet, the whole story really highlights something much, much bigger for the future of astronomy.
What this is really all about is that we're just now getting the technology to even spot these travelers. Each one is basically a precious sample from a distant star system, delivered right to our cosmic doorstep. It's a window we've literally never had before. And you know, even though his alien theory was disputed on this one, Avi Loeb's final point here is such a powerful reminder for all of science. We have to stay humble and open-minded, because as he says, nature is way more imaginative than we are. And it really doesn't care if we ever figure it out.
Because let's be honest, 3I/Atlas is not going to be our last visitor. There will be more. And that leaves all of us wondering, what cosmic mysteries are heading our way next? What secrets are they going to reveal?